Hey guys, we've all been enjoying and grinding high rounds and Easter eggs for almost 10 years on Call of Duty Zombies. The franchise has added new things every year, and there's bound to be some things that haven't made the cut. So, in this video we're going to be going over 10 of these things that have been removed from the game mode. There's going to be some major bombshells in this one, so be sure to watch throughout the entire video, and let me know in the comments if you learned anything new. Let's begin. Starting off at number 1, we're going to be going over the electric cherry jingle and the mystery behind it. Now I'm sure you've been wondering, wait, isn't there not a jingle for electric cherry? But there actually was going to be a disco themed song for the perk machine in Mob of the Dead back on Black Ops 2. I'm sure you can put the pieces together and figure out a disco jingle and Mob wouldn't mix well, which was the decision led to it being cut. We're actually going to stay on the topic of jingles for our number 2. Juggernog actually originally had a different jingle before the one we know and love now. In the depths of World at War, you can actually find a discarded jingle for the perk Juggernog from before the one we know now. I'm going to play a little snippet of this, so take a listen.
Life is hard, sometimes cruel.
I unfortunately can't play the entire jingle for you guys, but you can find it online if you just look up old Juggernog jingle. So if you're interested in giving it, full listen, just search that up. Moving on to number 3, a removed zombie type known as the Butcher was actually removed back in Black Ops 1. I currently cannot find any peeks of what this would look like, but from what I've heard, he's very huge and actually slams down what seems to be a wrench that's able to stun you. This zombie was cut for unknown reasons, and no one really knows why, but if it sounds familiar, it's because this zombie is. This type of zombie has been repurposed into George Romero from the map Call of the Dead. Everything to weapon use and animation seems to be the same, just the reskin for a specific map. For number 4, we're going to be talking about Shadows of Evil from Black Ops 3. This map had a ton of features removed before the official release. Prior to anything we've played, the maps was set to be much harder. An example of this was zombies actually started sprinting from rounds as low as 2, and doors while playing solo costed significantly more than today. This was done to punish those who had early copies of the game. Now number 5. The Gobblegum machine actually worked entirely different than the system we have today. It was almost similar to the mystery box. There would be only a single location on the map for this machine, and after one hit, it would become unavailable and sent off to a different part of the map. Fire sales also affected these machines, as when you picked one up, the machine would only cost up to 10 points per Gobblegum. This feature really didn't make sense, which leads to it obviously being removed, because when you picked up a fire sale and bought this Gobblegum, it would then be moved to a different part of the map. So if you wanted a second Gobblegum, you'd have to run all the way over there, which just didn't make sense. Going back to Shadows, we're going to be going over our number 6, the upgraded Apothecan Servant. If you actually played early enough, you could quickly swap weapons and put the Apothecan Servant into the pack machine when pack-a-punching, but this was later taken out after a patch. This version of the weapon had tons of more ammo, and it basically made you impossible to die. This was then added to the final map, Revelations, but with significantly less ammo. Alright, if you're enjoying the video so far, be sure to drop a like and subscribe for more content like this. Let me know down in the comments, out of these so far, which feature was your favorite? For our number 7, I'm going to be going over some perks taken out of the game. Black Ops 1 was the main contributor to this one, with 3 separate perks taken out, all being from the map Ascension. These perks were known as Tough Brew, DTB Boom, and Pronade. These 3 were actually cut during the very early development of the map, so not much other than some general explanations on these individually are known, but they were eventually all fused into PhD Flopper. We do know Tough Brew was meant to help with resistance against explosives. DTP Boom would help create a PhD nuke explosion when diving. And finally, Pronade would allow you to prone faster, which honestly doesn't need to be a perk in my opinion. None of these make sense on their own, which honestly it's so great that they all came together as one, because none of these would have been selected ever, at least in my opinion. Number 8 is going to bring us some cancelled weapons. This is going to be a very interesting one, so I suggest you guys watch closely. Did you know in Black Ops 1 there was said to be an actual chainsaw weapon? Yeah, me either. I can show some kind of concept art blacked out. I can't show the actual in-game footage, but if you do look up Black Ops 1 chainsaw footage, it's out there. This was actually found out in the game files, so it was said to be. There's not a real explanation as to why it was taken out, so I don't know how that all went down. Another one was the AK-47, which I'm sure you guys all know about. That was also said to be in Black Ops 1 Zombies, and actually had a Dragon's Breath underbarrel shotgun attachment on it. Number 9 is going to move us over to Black Ops 2 with more game modes. These are going to be known as Race, Meat, No Man's Land, and Containment. So far personally, we only know about Race and Meat, and I'm going to give you guys a rundown. So Race was going to be taking place in the tunnels below the transit power station, farm, and the town areas. Richtofen would actually provide rules when you spawned in, and the race would begin. That's all I personally know. There might be more information out there, but it seems pretty straightforward. Meat was going to be taking place in town. There would be 2 teams of 4 split onto 2 parts of the map. When the game started, a piece of meat would spawn in on one of the 2 sides, and zombies would only go after the side with that meat. You could then throw this meat onto the opponent's side, and after that continue to do so until one side dies. The image on screen is currently only known image we have of this mode. Other than this and the general idea, the rest is a mystery to us. And finally, number 10. This one has got to be more of the exciting ones on this list, and it is the Richtofen Head weapon set to be in Mob of the Dead. This would be specifically for the grief mode and would work as the map's mode of zombie flesh. This means when thrown onto a player, all zombies would be attracted to them. I don't know how this would, make any sense, but it still would have been incredibly cool, and I'm kind of mad it wasn't added. And that is all we have for 10 things removed from Call of Duty Zombies. If you enjoyed and maybe even want to see a part 2, be sure to let me know down in the comments. I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, thank you.